And a bombshell report on how deep in the hole the U.S. is to China. Wait till you hear this. It was just released a few minutes ago. The Treasury Department saying that the amount of U.S. debt now owned by China surging over $12 billion in November and has now hit a record level. Look at that number. The total American IOU, over $1.3 trillion that we owe to China. Another way to look at this is that it means that we owe nearly $1,000 to every single person in China. And there's a lot of people in China. Stuart Varney joins me now, host of Varney & Company on the Fox Business Network. So what does this mean, Stuart?
Okay, if you borrow $1.3 trillion from China, you give China leverage, power, influence over us. We are in check because of that massive number. If they even hint that they won't lend us any more money, our interest rates go up. This is the problem with massive debt. You lose a little of your sovereignty. Secondly, Martha, we have to pay interest on that debt. That means tens of billions of dollars every year flow out of America. They go to China. They go to Japan. That means all those tens of billions of dollars don't help our economy. They help economies in Asia, principally China. Yeah. Bad deal.
That's problematic. And the president, you know, it's interesting to note that this number has ballooned in this presidency. It's gone consecutively up through Republican presidents and Democratic presidents before them. But this president was very outspoken on this issue back in 2008 when he ran for president. Let's take a look.
The problem is that the way Bush has done it over the last 8 years is to take out a credit card from the Bank of China in the name of our children, driving up our national debt from $5 trillion for the first 42 presidents. Number 43 added $4 trillion by his lonesome, so that we now have over $9 trillion of debt that we are going to have to pay back. $30,000 for every man, woman, and child. That's irresponsible. It's unpatriotic.
Well, there's a couple things in there, right? I mean, when he's blasting former President Bush for adding $5 trillion to the debt, and he's added about
$6.7 trillion, to be precise.
Yes. So what do you make of that comment there, Stuart?
Well, my, how times change. It was unpatriotic then, but apparently now it's okay to add $6.7 trillion to our debt, much of it lent to us by foreigners. And this is what happens when you fail to get your debt under control. You give power to those people who lend you the money, in this case, China, and then Japan and other foreign powers. Not good.
Interesting. I remember back during the election, candidate Mitt Romney used to talk a lot about, you know, if I'm president, whatever expenditures we add to the budget, we have to ask ourselves, is it worth owing that much more to China? Just as an exercise and a reality to figure it out. So it's interesting to look back.
$1,000 owed to every Chinese citizen is a great deal of money.
That's a lot. You could pitch in yours, and we'll see if that gets us anywhere. Thank you, Stuart. We'll see you later.
We owe China more money than any country or anyone, period. Look at this now. Japan, the second biggest owner of U.S. debt, then the Caribbean banking system, to whom we owe nearly $291 billion. Third on that list is Brazil. Our debt to Rio, nearly $247 billion. Another Fox News alert now. Weekly jobless numbers are out. Number of Americans seeking unemployment for the first time falling to about 326,000, down slightly after the disappointing number for December. If you take a look at the unemployment rate since President Obama took office, jobless applications appear to have stabilized near pre-recession levels. Wall Street opens on that 22 minutes.